All right, the Gordie Howe Bridge. We've been talking about this one for years. About to make a new connection to our neighbors to the north in Canada. Let's take a look.
It's been 7 years in the making, and now the Gordie Howe International Bridge is 98% complete.
Oh, we're getting so close. The $6.4 billion project promises to transform cross-border traffic between Detroit and Windsor. Local 4's Jay Scott Smith live in Southwest Detroit. Jay, this is the final push to get this massive project finished.
Yes, indeed it is, Ty. As you see right here over my left shoulder, that is the Gordie Howe International Bridge. First broke ground 7 years ago, but we are getting very close to the finish line of this major project in Southwest Detroit.
We've been working together. Canada, the U.S., Ontario, Michigan, Windsor, Detroit have been working together for 25 years to bring this bridge to this stage.
Southwest Detroit is nearly 20 square miles, bordered by 2 rivers, 3 major highways, and the busiest border crossing in North America. Very soon, it will be getting busier because we're getting closer to the opening of the Gordie Howe International Bridge.
Overall, we're at about 98% complete, which leaves us about 2% of work left to do. Of course, on a project of this size, 2% is still a lot of work to do.
The $6.4 billion bridge is being built by the Windsor-Detroit Bridge Authority and is financed by the Canadian government. It will compete with the privately owned, nearly 100-year-old Ambassador Bridge. The Howe Bridge broke ground in 2018, and if you've driven through Southwest over the last 7 years, you've noticed the increase in 18-wheelers that thunder through neighborhoods like Del Rey. According to the recent City of Detroit study, more than 1,000 trucks a day pass through that stretch of Livernois between Verner and Fort, despite a current city ordinance banning them from 7 p.m. to 7 a.m. This is an issue Grondin says will be alleviated by the opening of the bridge.
Which will allow for the entire corridor to move more efficiently, for trucks to move off of those local streets, move through I-75 more quickly, and get to their destination on the other side of the border.
The Bridge Authority is currently in the process of coordinating with U.S. border control agencies on handing over the U.S. ports. I
wonder if Google has any updated imagery of this. So, let's see. Okay, they're already showing the path up for it right here, even though it's not yet open. So, as you can see, guys, there it is. There's the interchange with Interstate 75 in southwest or southeast Detroit. So it comes down right here. That's the neighborhood they're talking about. These trucks are running through. So you're gonna have a seamless interchange connection, freeway to freeway, between I-75 and the 401 in Ontario, which we've talked about quite a bit on this channel, the 401. So this is going to make for a very, very good connection. And so they're extending the 401 in Canada right here. You see it in Windsor. That's where it ends right there. And we're going to run right through here. So I know the owner of the Ambassador Bridge is pissed about this bridge opening, because who's going to use the Ambassador when you can use the Gordie Howe Bridge? Can't wait to drive it. I might have to take a flight to Detroit whenever this does open. All right, let's get back to the video.
Relations between the U.S. and Canada have not been the greatest. The partnership between the countries to get this bridge done has been rock solid.
It's a really good example of collaboration and the positive outcomes of working together to identify a solution to the problem of moving goods through this corridor. And it's been a great relationship.
Now, Grondin did say that though it is 98% complete and they will have it done by the end of the year, she did stop short of actually giving a date for when this new bridge will open up here in Southwest Detroit. Now, speaking of Southwest Detroit, there are a number of alternate routes that you can take to kind of help avoid some of the heavy traffic as the construction does continue down here. We will have that available on our website on clickondetroit.com. We're live in Southwest Detroit. I'm Jay Scott Smith for Local 4.
All right, there it is. Gordie Howe Bridge shall be open by the end of the year. Always great when you see something this big being completed.